Have you ever met a wild animal that isn't flinchy? Me neither. I'd be lying if I said that this has been easy for us, but it's definitely starting to feel worth it. In this video, we're gonna be taking you through Bubba's first saddle up, his first perfecting of the back foot grooming, and a little walkie walk. In the words of Graham Stephan, we can't get started till you subscribe, like the video. I'll wait. Okay, cool, let's go. If you didn't see our last video, I'll go ahead and link it up here so you can watch that one too. But now that we've made our Mustang love the haltering process, we're now gonna move into saddling. So first up was grooming. We can't have any burrs on our big man. That process went pretty smooth. He's starting to be okay with the brush touching him everywhere. The biggest thing we focused on though was the grooming of the feet, because as you saw in the last video, he wasn't a big fan of having his back foot picked up, or at least we weren't comfortable with how fast he was picking it up. In this session, I took my time with picking all the feet. I noticed that he had a little bit of rotting in the front foot, so I got out the iodine and hit every hoof with the iodine. When we got to the back foot, it was the same story. He was flinchy and not wanting to lift it up. We were letting him eat hay at that point, and I've noticed in the past with him that if you make him focus, he's a little bit better. So we picked up his head. I had Matt pick up his head and hold it so he couldn't eat the hay. And then I went ahead and asked him to lift up his foot, and I got a way better result. He lifted it up. We gave him a release and gave him the hay. I picked the hoof, and we did that successfully. So next step's gonna be getting his feet trimmed. I need to at least file him down and get him flat because he's got some chipping going on. Next up was saddling, where Matt really brought out his personality. But I'll go ahead and play that so you can see what Matt did.
Yes, go. Let's do it together. Ready? Come here. They were. That's hilarious.
He's like, all right, if Dad's gonna do it. We were both really anxious to put on the saddle for the first time. We weren't sure how he was gonna react to it, and as you've seen, he can be a little bit flinchy, as he should be, because he's wild. So we put the saddle on nice and slow, but he was actually really good, and we had a moment of fear. As you can see, we both realized he didn't seem to have any malintent, and everything was good. Good. You didn't even flinch at the cinch. That's usually a scary part. Okay. Now we're just gonna walk him over to the back. Where do you think the best green grass is?
I don't think there's any good green grass.
I think there might be some still in the back.
Well, there might be some in like by the orchard.
So I think we should take him over there, and I'll go get some watermelon for him as a celebration.
Nice.
Good boy. He's super good though. He's had a saddle on by his previous owner, so this isn't his first time with the saddle on by any means. In fact, like I said in the past video, I think she broke her shoulder riding him, so he has been under some tension, but he's just had bad association with all of it. I know, there's not much left. Come on. He's like trying to dig through that. Bubba! Bubba, cut it out. Hey, eat the grass. Oh my god, dude, he like deep throats carrots if you don't watch him.
Oh, I know.
It's ridiculous.
Let's give him some watermelons. Like, that's delicious. I don't know if he's ever actually really had too much watermelon before.
Alright, so we've got both of them here, day 2. We're going to try to tack up Bubba right now, and then we'll go for a little walk. Day 2 was much more chill. Oh, sorry.
Let's go, you're still good.
Okay, cool. Day 2 was much more chill. We brought out Baby, which was fun. Indy seemed to really like having a friend to do all his stuff with. Putting the saddle on was a lot faster that time. We didn't even film the process because it was just nice and speedy, and got it on, got the hoofs picked really easily that day. They both enjoyed eating the grass, but the biggest takeaway I had from that day was that they both enjoyed eating the grass, but the biggest takeaway I had from that day was that the The biggest takeaway I had from that ride or that walk was that Bubba clearly does not fit in that saddle. That saddle is actually made for an Arabian, so far smaller than him and definitely less wide. So we'll have to get him a bigger, wider saddle. We showed you taking off the saddle because last time that was underratedly hard. He flinched almost more taking the saddle off than putting it on. So this time we recorded it, but it was very easy. He just let it slide right off. He showed a little bit of discomfort, but nothing serious. Next up is just going to be perfecting those processes. It's probably going to be a while before our next segment, because the next segment will be the mount. I don't want to work on his ground manners because, like I've said previously in the video, he has a lot of that experience already, and it didn't seem to really take to him. He didn't love it, so we want to make it something he loves. We're going to try the approach of doing the mount and then teaching him everything from the mount, because I think once he discovers that riding is fun, we'll be all smooth sailing. Maybe an unpopular opinion, you'll have to wait and see how it goes, see if I'm wrong. But in order to see that video, please go ahead and subscribe so that you can see all of our videos as they come out. When in doubt, love it out. We'll see you in the next one.